Today, the US dollar could weaken a lot. However, on Thursday and Friday, it could seize an opportunity to regain at least some of its losses. What exactly will give the greenback this opportunity? Let's discuss it in a video calendar on InstaForex TV channel. Since early morning, the US dollar might gain ground versus its Australian rival, which is likely to tumble following a batch of data on Australia's labour market. The consensus suggests a decline in an unemployment rate, but a modest increase in employment that indicates adverse trends in the domestic economy. At the latest policy meeting, the Reserve Bank of Australia decided to lower the official cash rate. Thus, investors are anticipating positive changes. The statistics for May should remind investors that the central bank took the right measures of monetary stimulus. China's government has also launched a series of monetary stimulus measures to prop up economic growth. On Friday, a batch of macroeconomic data will allow traders to judge whether such measures were appropriate. A good barometer will be data on industrial production, which is expected to rise at the same rate as in April, even despite the lingering conflict between Beijing and Washington. Besides, the market assumes a positive change in retail sales. In case both forecasts come true, it will prove stability in the global economy and revive the appetite for risk. As a result, the US dollar is going to advance versus the Japanese yen, the most popular safe haven asset. At the end of the trading week, investors await a crucial report on US retail sales. Consumer spending accounts for the two-thirds of the US gross domestic product. That is why a dynamic of retail sales is seen as one of the most precise barometers of economic conditions in the United States. A lot of indicators signaled a recession in the United States. However, analysts have positive expectations of retail trade. If so, the US dollar could close the trading week with gains. Apart from the above set events, it will be a good idea to take notice of the following reports. Tomorrow, traders will get to know revised inflation data from Germany. The Swiss National Bank will unveil its policy decisions to sum up the policy meeting. The Eurozone will report on industrial production. During the North American trade, investors will observe data on Canada's housing market and the import price index in the United States. On Friday, the Bank of Russia is due to hold a policy meeting which is likely to finish with a decision on a rate cut. However, the decision will hardly affect the ruble's value because at present the Russian currency depends on the news about the extension of the pact between OPEC and its allies. The United States will provide a series of macroeconomic data on Friday, such as retail sales, industrial production, and consumer sentiment. To sum up, a flood of important news will inspire traders to robust activities. You are watching video calendar on InstaForex TV channel with me, Kate Stichina. We wish you profitable deals.